Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we will discuss about array. So array से पहले we should know, हमें पता होना चाहिए कि what variables are. Variables क्या होते हैं? Variables हमें क्यों चाहिए होते हैं? Right? सबसे पहला है कि क्यों चाहिए होते हैं? Why we required it? So variables basically to store some kind of value. That's why we required a variable. Okay? जब हमें कोई वैल्यू को स्टोर करना होता है वेरिएबल में अपनी मेमोरी स्पेस में, राइट, मेमोरी कंप्यूटर की मेमोरी में हमें स्टोर करना होता है तो हमें वेरिएबल चाहिए होते हैं, राइट। सो वेरिएबल्स स्टोर्स ओनली वन वैल्यू एट अ टाइम। एक टाइम पे एक बार में आप सिर्फ एक ही वैल्यू स्टोर कर सकते हैं वेरिएबल की, राइट। जब आप वैल्यू को स्टोर कर रहे हैं हमें पता होना चाहिए किस टाइप की वैल्यू है। सपोज वी हैव वैल्यू एट 10, ओके, वी हैव वैल्यू एज 10। So 10 is an integer type, so integer we have to take care of. Integers take size as 2 or 4 bytes, right? It depends to your machine, which computer you are using, 16-bit or 32-bit or something like that, 64-bit. Okay, so it takes according to it, that 4 bytes or 2 bytes. So 4 bytes usually we take. Okay, so suppose you are saying I am having 90 I want to store, suppose. Okay, so we want to store 90 in our computer. So how we can give a command to our compiler? So we simply write the syntax of declaring variable. Okay. So when we are declaring variable, we should know the data type of it. So integer is a data type. So we will write int. Okay. So int is a short form, you can say. Here you can simply check that I have written here int a90. Okay. So we are writing int a90. That means what? That means what? I want to store this 90 value to a. मैं store करना चाहती हूँ इस 90 value को to a. A is a variable name I have taken. You can choose any variable name. ठीक है? So how it will represent in my memory allocation? So this is you can say a memory representation. So in this box, one memory space we have given to our 90 and its name as a. Okay, you have written a name. सो इट विल स्टोर समवेयर। सो जब आप इस कंप्यूटर मेमोरी में स्पेस में आप स्टोर करते हैं वेरिएबल को, तो आपके कंप्यूटर उसको एक एड्रेस असाइन कर देता है। ओके, सो जब आपका एड्रेस असाइन होता है तो वो हेक्साडेसिमल में होता है। वी कांट राइट हेक्साडेसिमल, we can't say hexadecimal. Okay, so our computer only know कि what address and what hexadecimal we have. Okay, so basically हम उसको suppose कर लेते हैं, let कर लेते हैं। So we have here let as address 1000. Okay, so if I'll call this 1000, so I will get the value of 90. Sorry, I will get the value of a as we have 90 here. Okay, so we will get that thing. So this is a simple memory allocation for your variable. That's variable name is a. All right, let's move to the array. So what array says, suppose you have a variable. Okay, so I'm saying only one variable right now. If I'm saying 1000 variables, 1000 variables है मेरे पास, so how you can declare variables? 1000 variables we can't declare. Okay, so what we can say, when you have 1000 values to store, just make a array. How we can write it in a simple form? So you can say we can write in this way, like we have syntax for it. This is a syntax for your array. Suppose we are saying we have 5 elements to store, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so for that we have first we have to write data type of it. Okay, and the name I'm writing a only. All right, and elements I am giving 5 elements I'm giving. So 5 elements values I have written in a curly bracket open and curly bracket close. After that terminator is there, and inside it we are writing the elements, okay, with the space. All right, so this is a declaration of your array, simple array. All right, so what array is? Array stores a multiple values of a same data type। एक ही data type की, मैं यहाँ पे 10 10 10 10 20 30 40 50 लिख रही हूँ, तो 10 20 30 40 is an integer। So integer type only value I want in my array, that's a multiple value। So you can store array with a multiple values of the same type, so collection of similar data types you can write। Okay, so now it takes some memory also, multiple items की multiple memories होंगी obviously, right? So suppose this is a memory representation for your array elements। Okay, so always remember your array will start from index 0। Okay, so your array will start index at 0, you can say. Okay, so 0, and it will go till 5 minus 1, that's 4, you can say. Okay, so a of 0, if I'm saying 1, 10, 10 will store in a memory allocation like this. 20 is here, 30, 40, and 50. Okay, so one by one we will store it. So once we have stored it, it will assign some kind of memory allocation. Suppose memory allocation, I told you that address. Okay, so address is in the form of hexadecimal. Hexadecimal nobody can predict, your computer only know about it. Okay, so when we are writing for first element 10, okay, so 10 will get some address. Once it will get some address, suppose it is 2000, I have written here 2000. Okay, so next element will get storage as 2004. Why? Because one element is an integer. I told you the size of integer for one element is 4 bytes. So just add 4 bytes here. So 2000 plus 4 become, है ना? So it takes 10. 10 will takes 4 bytes. So next will be address as 2004. Then next 20 will get 4 bytes. Again next will become 2004. Next will become 2012. Next will become 2016. Okay, our index starts from 0. So first element index is a of 0. A is the name of your array, so a of 0. Next will be a of 1, as index will increase 1 by 1. So a of 1 and a of 2 and then a of 3 and then a of 4. Okay, I hope you got it. Now if I want to print, suppose, let's come back to variable. So when I want to print a value 90, okay, I want to print a value, suppose. So I simply write what? Printf. Okay, one time I will write printf, will say a value I want to write. All right, but if I want to print 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 in array, this, so how many times I have to write? I have to write for a of 0 for one time, a for a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4. Okay, so we have to write 5 times. Okay, so rather than to write printf 5 times, I will simply prefer for loop or looping. For loop, while loop, do while loop. Okay, so we will simply prefer looping, because we have to go one by one in all the locations. This is the location. Okay, this is one location, this is second location, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so जब मैं मुझे सारे एलिमेंट्स प्रिंट कराने हैं, मैं सिंपली लूप का यूज करूंगी ना. Okay, so next we will see the programming. All right, okay. So variable होते क्या है? So whenever you want to store some kind of value inside it, inside some data type, right, then you can create variable. So if I have one element, means I have one value to store in a variable. So we require how many variables? We require one variable. जब कभी हमें एक वेरिएबल की वैल्यूज हमें स्टोर करनी होती है तो हम एक ही वेरिएबल यूज करते हैं फॉर वेरिएबल, राइट? बट when we have a lot elements to store, so for that how many variables we required for? So how many times, whatever the number of elements, means if I am having five elements to store, right, so 5 variables we require for it. But suppose we are saying I have 1,000 values to store. For that we required array, right? So what array is? So array, you can simply a collection of elements having same type of values. Okay, so if you say, ma'am, I have a one element, okay, I have a one element and I want to store a value inside it. So this is how we can store the value inside a variable. I have a variable a and I'm storing value 90. मैं 90 store कर रही हूँ. तो क्या होता है फिर data type of 90? That's integer. Small form में we have to write int. Okay. So when you say, ma'am, I have 1,000 elements, 1,000 values I have, and I have to store it. So how many variables you require? Require 1,000 variables, right? 1,000 variables we have to declare, but it is not okay, है ना? ये feasible भी नहीं है. तो हम variable 1,000 variables we can't write it. Okay. So for that we required array. All right. So array, yes, you can say inside array you can plan any kind of value, not any kind, same type of value. Okay, means any kind means 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, but the type should be same, uska type same hona chahiye. Okay, so what is array? So it's a collection of same elements, you can say. Okay, collection of same elements, same type of elements, or same type of value, you can say. All right, so this is how you can say array. But first we should declare it. How we can declare it? If I am having one variable, right, then 90 I want to store in a, that a is an integer type. A is the name of your variable. Okay, a is the name of your variable. If I am saying I want to store 10,000 element, 10,000 values, right, so for that we need array. So how we can declare array? It's same actually, but we have to just provide the size to this variable. Okay, suppose I want integer type of value. Okay, so I am writing int data type, right? We have to write the name of a array. I am writing arr is the name of array. You have to give size here. So 1,000 size you will give. You will give how much size, number of variables you have. So if I am having 1,000 number of variables to number of values to store, that time we required 1,000 size. Okay, but if 1,000, it's very tough to write. Okay, so I'm making a small array. Okay, I'm writing array name of now a1. So this is how we can write a variable name, array name and variable name, you can say. Now I'm saying 5 elements I have. So this is how you can declare. So this is what this is, array of 5 elements. Okay, so array of 5 elements, 5 elements आप store कर सकते हो, 5 value आप store कर सकते हो. So this is just a declaration of your array. So this is how you can declare. Okay, so this is how you can declare of your array is this is the way. Okay, so you can just write the syntax of it. Syntax is data type. Okay, and then array name whatever you can write. Okay, and then size you have to write in a square bracket and followed by the terminator. So terminator will be there. Okay, so this is how you can declare array. So ma'am, if I want to store the values inside it, then how we can write it? So yes, you can simply write before your terminator. Okay, you can simply write assignment operator, curly bracket open, curly bracket close. Inside it, you can write a 5 elements value. I'm writing 5 elements value and separated by commas also. Okay, so you have to write accordingly. So yes, you can write like this. So this is how you can say declaration and now attached with the initialization. So just write down initialization. All right. So this is how you can do initialization. Uh, Initialization. All right. So this is how you can do it. Okay. So this is array and declare initialization. So what is array? Array, whatever the number of elements you have. 5 है, 10 है, 12 है, 20 है, 1000 है, whatever it is. Okay. So you just simply write it. Ma'am, if I don't want to write here 5, so it's okay. Your compiler will count it one by one. Okay, so your compiler will count it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 elements. So array will have a 5 elements. All right. So this is how you can declare array. And you have already stored the elements. So for that, I'm saying I want to display all elements. Okay, I want to display all elements of your array, suppose. So you are having array name is A1. Okay, so how you can do it? If, okay, I want to ask you one thing. If I want to print a value, okay, so what can I write? What I have to write here? We just need to write one time only printf. Okay, one time only printf. Okay, and then what? Percentage d, as we have integer type variable. ठीक है, integer type का variable है हमारे पास. So percentage d is a format specifier for integer. Okay, so where you have stored the value of this value of 90, where you have stored? I think a. Okay, so you just need to write a name of your variable. So when I want to call you, I will call your name. A name can be anything. Okay, so मैं just आपका क्या name call करूँगी. So when I want to call 90, then I just need to call the name of the variable, name of this 90. So 90 I will write like this. But now my question is, I have a 5 elements inside my array. So how many times I have to write printf? 5 times, I think. Yes, okay. So 5 times. So it's better to write 5 times printf. We will simply write a loop concept, for loop. Okay, so for loop, how it works? We have first I equals to 0. Okay, I is smaller than 5. We have 5 elements, I plus plus. All right. What is I? I is a integer. Okay. I is a integer and I am giving 0 value. Why I am giving 0 value? Up now, I have array. Okay. Array name is A1. So first element where it will store? It will store in the index 0. Your array always start with the index 0. Okay. So array will start from index 0, A1, 0 you will write. So how we can write A1, 0? We can simply write like this, A1 of 0. So A1 of 0 index will have a value of 10 first. Okay. And then we have A1, 1. Okay. So we have a value here as 20. And A1, 2, we have a value of 30 actually. Okay. And so on. So it will go till A of 4. So let's write it. Yeah. So A1 of 3 will get the value of 40, obviously, right? Now we have A1 4. The value will become what? The value will be 50. All right. So this is how we can say in a memory allocation. All right. So this is simply you are writing for this A. Okay. And here you are writing for element. Sorry, you are writing for elements. Okay. हम elements के लिए write कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. So how we can write it? So again, simply we will write printf. Okay. And what kind of value you have stored in? That's an integer. हमने integer type का value stored किया है. And where I have stored in this A1. A1 is the array name. But my I will go one by one to all the indexes. Okay. And then we'll write the value here. I is 0. So 0 I here. Okay. So you will say 10 value. So how we can write it? It is stored in a of 0. No? We have to write here a of 0. Yes. Okay. If you are writing a of 0, that means you are asking for only this 10 value. But we are not asking. हम नहीं पूछ रहे सिर्फ 10 की value. हम पूछ रहे हैं किसकी 20, 30, 40, 50 also. So where you are increasing the index, here it's increasing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So where I have stored the index value, we have to store somewhere. But where? That's I have stored that in I. Okay. So we'll simply write here I. Okay. So we have to write square bracket. So A1 I square bracket we have to write. Okay. So when you will run this code, you will see. Okay. So you will say this. I don't want like that. I want this A first it will written, and in a next line /n you can write here /n. Okay. When you are writing /n, no. Yes, when you are writing /n, okay, so percentage D, and it will say A of I. First I will go 0, then it will check the value, it will check the condition, sorry, and then it will go inside, and if it is right, then it will print it, otherwise it will jump out. Okay. So this is how you can say like this. So this is A. First I have print A. Okay. So A is here 90, and then A of 0. A of 0 is 10. So 10 is printing. A of 2, 20, 30, 40, 50 like this way. Once the condition become false, it will jump out and your loop will be end. I hope you like this video. Please share, subscribe, and do comment if you have any doubt. Thank you so much.